The decline last week in our ANZ Roy Morgan Consumer Confidence Index that drove it to a 12-month low was largely broad-based. Particularly, household confidence in their financial and economic conditions drove that decline. Notably, household confidence in their personal financial conditions over the next 12 months has trended down so far this year. And on a 4-week moving average basis, this measure is now sitting at around the same level that it was in late 2023, following that last RBA rate hike in its cycle. Household confidence in their economic conditions over the next year also dropped, and it's now sitting at its lowest level since mid-April, following US tariff announcements earlier that month. Notably, household confidence in the economic conditions over the next 5 years has dropped to its lowest level in over 15 years. That measure has trended down as well so far this year, and global uncertainty may have been driving that there. Looking to the weekly inflation expectations sub-index of our ANZ Roy Morgan Consumer Confidence series, that measure on a 4-week moving average basis has trended upwards, and it's now sitting at its highest level since late January of this year. That recent drive up might have been influenced by recent RBA commentary out of its September meeting, where the RBA did flag that Q3 inflation data may come in higher than what the RBA was expecting. Following inflation data in August, we've revised up what we're expecting for underlying inflation in Q3. We expect the trim mean measure to lift 0.9% quarter on quarter. We previously thought that was going to be 0.7% quarter on quarter growth. And if that data for Q3 trim mean does print in line with our expectations, it does imply that the recent momentum in underlying inflation is within the top half of the RBA's 2 to 3% inflation target band, pointing to a stalling in this inflation there. Due to that, we now expect the RBA to hold the cash rate in November. We now expect the next plausible month for the next RBA cash rate cut to come in February of 2026, where we see that the RBA will have more information by then that inflation is heading sustainably to the midpoint of the 2 to 3% target band.